Have you ever thought, do I really have to take 10,000 steps to be healthy? You're not alone. That number has been one of the most stressful ideas in wellness. And here's the thing, despite how official it sounds, it was never a medical rule. The 10,000 step rule actually came from a Japanese speedometer ad in the 1960s. It was memorable, it sold devices, and somehow it turned into a global standard for health. As a doctor, and honestly, as a normal human who misses workout sometimes, I think it matters. Because when a goal isn't grounded in how bodies actually improve, it creates guilt instead of health. What the science shows is a lot more forgiving and a lot more encouraging. Walking is one of the best things that you can do for your body. Not because it's extreme, but because it's doable. You don't need special shoes, a gym membership, or a perfect schedule. But the biggest mistake people make is treating walking like a fast or fail test instead of a habit that grows over time. Here's the key idea I want you to remember. The most important number isn't a universal target. It's your starting point. If you're walking around 2,500 steps a day, moving up to 4,000 gives you a huge return. Your heart, your blood sugar, and your energy will all improve. But if you're already walking 9,000 steps most days, pushing to 12,000 doesn't suddenly make you healthier. The body responds to relative improvement, not perfection. And that's not opinion, that's data. A large study published in the Journal of American Medical Association followed nearly 5,000 adults and found people walking around 8,000 steps a day have about 50% lower risk of dying from any cause compared to those walking around 4,000. What surprised a lot of people, including researchers, was that walking faster didn't matter as nearly as much as just walking more. Pace was optional, consistency wasn't. And the benefits start earlier than most people think. Even 2,500 steps a day has been linked to better longevity. Improvements rise steadily until around 7,000 or 8,000 steps. Then it levels off. For adults over 60, that plateau comes a little sooner. For younger adults, it stretches closer to 10,000. But without dramatic extra payoff beyond that. Now, this is where I want to be very clear, because this gets confused all the time. General health and weight loss walking are not the same thing. If your goal is better health, better mood, and better blood sugar, and lower long-term disease risk, moderate step counts work beautifully. But if your main goal is weight loss, the data suggests that you need more volume and more intention. People who lose weight and keep it off tend to walk around 10 to 12,000 steps a day. And not all of those steps are casual. Some need to be brisk and done in longer stretches, not just scatter around the house. That lines up with recommendations from the American College of Sports Medicine, which suggests around 35 minutes of 4 moderate activity per week for weight loss. That sounds like a lot, until you remember that it doesn't happen all at once. This is where walking style matters, not just step count. One option is steady state walking. Think about a 30-minute walk at a comfortable pace about 3 times a week. You can talk, but you're not able to sing. This type of walking consistently improves heart health, metabolic markers, and mood. It's boring in a best way, and boring is what usually works long term. The second option is one I personally like for people who get bored easily. It's called the Japanese interval walking. It's simple. 3 minutes of fast walking, about 70% effort, followed by 3 minutes of easy walking. And you repeat that cycle for 30 minutes. Research shows that this approach improves blood pressure, cardiovascular fitness, muscle strength, and blood sugar control, often more efficiently than walking at the same pace all the time. And here's a small change with an outsized impact. When you walk matters too. Even a 2-minute walk after meals helps blood sugar spike. That's especially helpful if you're insulin resistant or if you're trying to protect your metabolic health. You don't need a full workout. You don't even need to do it every day. Once or twice a week still counts. That's the thing you'll hear me repeat. Some movement is always better than none. The mental health benefit is just as real. Research shows that about 75 minutes of walking per week lowers depression risk by nearly 20%. Bump that up for 2 hours a week and the benefits increases more. No prescription pads required. So if you've been treating walking like a daily exam you keep on failing, I want you to drop that mindset right now. Health doesn't come from chasing a perfect number. It comes from building momentum that you can sustain. Use your tracker to note your progress, not to shame yourself. And add steps gradually. Choose walking styles that fit your personality and your schedule. Your body does not need extremes. It needs consistency. I'm Dr. Hanz, and if your walking plan fits in your real life, you're doing it right.